And hello. Hey guys, what's going on? Hello, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, very shortly, wherever I am, I'm everywhere. Okay, so today is my update day. So every Monday, I tend to do this. Most Mondays, I would say, maybe not consistently. But as I'm going to get ready, I'm going to give you guys an update on what's happening with my weight this week. Oh, look, it's 11:11. If you're into that kind of thing, good news. Hey Lenka, how's it going? Back from your holidays? Okay, so I have been doing this aggressive diet for, let's see, um, 4 weeks, I think. Something like that. Something, yeah, about 4 weeks, about 28 days, probably 27 days, something like that, I think. So about a month, I've been doing this aggressive diet, which I'm also naming the Ozempic diet because it has very, very similar side effects. And I spoke about this last week um, on the live, on the update last Monday. So if you want to go back and watch that, it's on my Facebook. And you can catch up on everything I spoke about there. But I'll give you, whoops. So for those of you who don't know, I tell you guys this every single week. But I weigh every day, and then I take an average of of the the weekly weight, right? Because this is more effective than weighing once a week. Because let's say you weigh on a Monday, for example, today, and I had like a high day or a low day, but then yesterday was the opposite. It doesn't give like a good, true reflection of your weight. So that's what I do. That's what we do with all of our clients, and it's just the best way to do it. That's how the best researchers in the world do it. That's just the way to do it. Okay, so if you go to a club every weekend or wherever, you're wasting your money, pissing your money away. So I've just given you the way to do it. Simple. Okay, so my average is I started not as an average, but as a high weight. I started at 146.8. Hey, Charlene. So my average on week one after doing the diet was 141.4. So I dropped like 5.5 pounds. Then the week after was 140.8, then 140.6. So last week's average was I had like a refeed. So in that refeed, my weight went up because I obviously like had a refeed. So not only am I going to be like gaining a little bit of maybe a little bit of fat, hopefully not. But generally, it's going to be more gut content, more water, and a bit of inflammation because I ate more processed foods. Okay, this is this week. So I actually had another refeed this week. I wasn't supposed to, like when you're doing this diet, you're not supposed to have them this frequently. But we had to go away um, for a hospital visit for my wrist. So we did, I took it as a refeed. So it wasn't terrible. I didn't go all out or anything, but I ate more than what I would have on the aggressive diet itself. So I had, okay, so I completely forgot my numbers from what I was before I left. So before I left on Wednesday, I was 138 bang on, 138 pounds bang on. So I was hoping to get 137. I was hoping to get sub 138, but I didn't. So I was sad. But whatever, I did all right. And then when I got back on Friday, after my refeed, I jumped to 141. So can you imagine being 138 pounds and then like 2 days later waking up and being 141? Most people would freak out. I was fine, but most people would freak out, restrict even more, do loads of cardio, and try and undo the damage that they've done, right? But that is not the way to do it. So um, that was 141 on Friday. Hmm. Must have been Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday because Friday I was still away. I didn't take my scales with me. So Saturday, sorry, I was 141. And then when I weighed on Sunday, so yesterday, I dropped to 138.6. So overnight or in 24 hours, I literally lost like 2.5 pounds. So the week before when I had a refeed, I dropped 5 pounds. from my refeed back down, and then this week I dropped 2.5 pounds literally overnight. So you guys should not be afraid of gaining weight. There's something called positive weight regain, which we will be talking about on some of our programs moving forward. But generally, it's just going to come back off. Mostly it's going to be water, so there's nothing to worry about. So what did I do yesterday? I ate, you could check my stories, it's still on there. But I basically got straight back on it yesterday, and even Saturday when I arrived back home. No, Friday when I arrived back home, I just got straight back on it. Even though I'd eaten breakfast out, the rest of the day I just went back to my normal diet. I think that's part of the problem. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, I can't, I've screwed up one meal, or I've eaten out. I may as well just start again tomorrow or Monday." How many times have you guys said I'll start on Monday? And instead of it's like having like a little bit of damage from that one meal, and then being like, "Oh, fuck it. Do you know what? Let's ruin it. Let's completely ruin it." So it's just about getting back on as soon as possible, basically. And you guys can do this now if you're like, "Oh, I want to lose some weight, but I don't want to do like a diet, or I'm too busy to like really focus on something right now, or I've got X, Y, and Z coming up." You can still make some progress. Think about things like drinking water, which I'm really thirsty, I'm going to have some. Getting your steps in. It could be hitting a protein target. If you're going away, it might be as simple as taking some protein snacks with you. Like, there's so much progress to be made. It's just whether you're willing to actually put the effort in. And I feel like a lot of people aren't. And I'm like, clearly you don't want to lose weight then. If that's what you're not willing to do. I want to lose weight, but I'm not willing to change anything. I want to build a business, but I'm not actually willing to put myself out there. Same kind of thing. I want a relationship, but I'm not willing to go on dates. It's like, well, you know, something's got to change. So that is the update, guys. Like 2.5 pounds down this week. So as an average, last week I was 140.6, and today I'm 138.88. So 138.9. So what's that? 1.1, no, 1.5, 1.7. I think that's like 1.5 pounds, 1.7 pounds. Thank you, Charlene. But this is where things get a little bit serious. I'm going to share with you. So yesterday I was 138.6. Yeah. And last night I went to bed and I was like, I'm going to wake up 137. Like in the 137s, I was very excited. I was like, can't wait. I woke up. And yes, bear in mind, yesterday I did like the full day of aggressive dieting. Like I did Saturday. I was all good. I hit my calories or under my calories. I hit my steps. I did a workout. And I woke up this morning. I got on the scale ready for my 137. And I was like, it was 138.6. Same as yesterday. So most people at this point would be freaking out and thinking, why am I putting myself through this if actually I'm not losing the weight? And I know that's what you were thinking, or that's what you would think, because that's what I said to Cam. I was like, oh my God, like I feel like I'm wasting my time. Why am I suffering? It's not suffering, it's actually fine. But when when other people are eating chocolate and you're like, I just wish I could have chocolate, you feel like you're suffering, right? Like, why am I suffering and struggling? I'm doing all this stuff and the weight is just not coming off. It's just not coming down. I was perfect yesterday, bang on with everything. So why? Me and Cam having this discussion that actually a lot of people, if you've got a really bad relationship with food, if you are not very resilient when it comes to weight loss, a lot of people would now just think, oh, fuck it, let's not work it out. I'm just gonna just eat back normal. Like, there's no point in trying to lose weight because obviously this doesn't work, nothing works, my body's broken, it's my fault, whatever. But actually, I have to carry on. Like, there's two options, right? I can either carry on and see tomorrow if the weight comes back down, or I give up and think, oh, fuck it, I might as well just eat shit. And the weight will certainly go up then, right? So you've got to really make this decision. And this is the same for all of you guys as well. Like when you are um trying to lose weight and like you think you've been perfect for like a week. Hey Scott, how's it going? You think you've been perfect for like a week and then there's no changes or whatever. You freak out, you're like, I'm not doing this anymore, it doesn't work. So it does work, you've got to be consistent with it. But how many times have you guys done that? We've got to be patient. Patience is not one of my strong points, I'm going to be honest with you. But it's something that you've got to be persistent with. But that's the thing, this is why the aggressive diet is not something that everybody can do. It's just not. It's not suitable for a lot of people. In fact, it's suitable for a small number of people under certain specific circumstances. But it is definitely the Ozempic diet. And another reason I'll share with you. So when we went to the hospital, on the way back, we went to Cardiff, and there's this donut place. And anyone that knows me and Cam, we love donuts. We just freaking love them. We bond over them. That and pizza. But we bond over them. We really, have a nice time. And we went to this donut place, and they were about this big. I'm not gonna lie, they were huge. And I can normally finish them off very, very quickly, no problem. But I couldn't. I ate about a third, maybe, of it, and then I just threw the rest. I wasn't even like, oh, I'll just keep it for later. I was just like, I've had enough. And I threw it out. I threw it in the bin. Even Cam didn't want it. He just demolished his. But that's not that he's on an aggressive diet, but that's the thing. Like, it's very easy for us to overeat, isn't it? Especially on foods that we love. But when you're on this kind of diet, it's not that you get full quickly. That's not it. Your stomach doesn't shrink on this diet, but it makes you feel like you just don't want any more. And I think that's a very unusual feeling because that's not me at all. I love eating. I love food. So for it to stop me like a third of the way through a donut, that is unheard of. Anyone that knows me knows that. So yeah, I think it could really work for a lot of people. And I think it is best suited for people who are busy. For a start, you have to be busy. Not severely affected by the scale. Like you can't be like, oh my god, the scale went up, I'm not doing that anymore. Like you can't do that. And it's for people who are driven by a challenge. I think that's part of it as well. Like for me, I was saying to my clients last night that I felt for a little while like, oh, just, I've got really any like drive, any go in me at the minute. And so when I started this diet, I felt like it started to come back. And I think it's because it's hard. And I'm the kind of person that thrives on doing difficult things. And so sometimes we need to do this kind of diet or this kind of approach. It's not, like I say, it's not for everybody, but to give ourselves that challenge to be actually, I can do this. So, it's not something I've ever felt comfortable with doing before, but now I am doing it. It's like, yeah, it's not actually too bad. Yeah, it's frustrating when people are eating chips and burgers and whatever in front of you and you want it. It is frustrating, yeah. But it's not, oh, good, I'm not going to die by missing out, am I? And when I'm happy, when I'm at my goalish weight, I can eat it again. I'm going to have a new appreciation for food. I think that's something that is interesting. My mirror has snapped in my palette. God damn. There's like a little bit of glass everywhere. Great. Just leave that there. Stand in later. So yeah, I'm thinking like high level managers, executives, entrepreneurs like myself, CEOs, people who are busy generally. I think that's who it's really, really going to work for. Anyone who is severely affected by, and you've got to weight train as well. You have to be resistance training. If you're doing cardio or classes, you cannot do this diet. And actually, if you're doing cardio and classes, you shouldn't be doing Ozempic or Mounjaro. There's someone I follow on TikTok, and I got annoyed with her the other day. Actually, she does Mounjaro, which that's not why I was annoyed with her. But she said, I've messaged her a few times, like, hey, I would love to talk to you guys, you and your audience, about how to use Mounjaro or Ozempic or whatever safely. She was like, yeah. Okay, well, I couldn't do the day that she said because I hit my wrist and I was in severe pain. But the other day, she was doing a live and she was saying how she's reached out to trainers and trainers won't help her because she's on Mounjaro. And that is absolute BS because I've actively gone out there and spoken to it. But anyway, you have to know how to approach these kinds of things, how to do these kinds of things healthily. It's not just about, okay, well, how fast can I lose weight? You have to be able to limit the rate of muscle loss at the same time, right? Because you don't want to be losing muscle and the body will tap into those stores if you're not doing the right things. So that pissed me off basically. That she would basically full on lie to people. I hate liars. One of my what's the word? Bugbears. One of my bugbears. So yeah, that's the update. And the kind of problem, which is a nice problem to have, is that we have an event. We're running an event in Scotland. This weekend, next Sunday, a week yesterday. And so that means again, I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be not in control of my food, all of the things, right? So again, it's going to be another a week with a refeed, which is not really in my favor. Not really in my favor, but it is what it is, right? We've got to make the most of what we got. And so what I'm going to do this week is just carry on as normal. And then we leave Saturday. So Saturday morning, I'll try and eat maybe nothing until we fly. And then I might grab something at the airport. And then Sunday, I'll have like a refeed. Monday night, we fly back. So it's going to be basically a 2-day refeed. But I'll try and dial it in a little bit. And if you are in Scotland, it's going to be in Edinburgh. So let me know if you want to come. Maybe I can squeeze you in. Only because I'm feeling generous today. Don't tell Cam. Don't tell Cam I've just offered that publicly. It is for clients. But I'm happy to let you guys know about that. Okay, so I think that's basically it. That is my update on this diet. If you've got any questions, you can let me know. But basically that's it. That's it, the update. I'm going to do my progress pictures on Saturday morning before we fly. I'll do my measurements then as well. So when I do my measurements and my new weight and my new progress pictures and everything, from there I'll be able to recalculate my new macros based on my position that I'm at then. And then it's like the end of July, right? We're going to be in August basically. I don't know how I'm going to approach it the next phase. So I'm in phase 2 at the minute. And so phase 3 would probably be when I come back, when I should be bumping up the calories. But I don't know if I will. I'm either going to continue for the next 2 weeks, then it's Cam's birthday, and then from Cam's birthday onwards, I'll move phase 3 to then, or I will continue, or I'll move phase 3 to when I get back on Monday night or Tuesday, I guess. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna see where I'm at. I don't think I'm positive I'm not gonna hit my goal before we leave. On Saturday. So my goal is 133. Ah, dear me. Yeah, 133 is the goal. And that is because when I start eating again properly, then my weight's going to go up. So then I'll be sitting about 135 to 137. Whereas if I stopped now, when I start eating again, I'll be over 140. And as much as we don't love talking about, giving yourself a goal weight, I know how I look and how I feel and how I perform during that when I'm that kind of weight. Update on my wrist. You guys are still plowing on in here. Update on my wrist is that I have to have surgery on it. So I went for a second opinion, and they're like, "Yeah, surgery." Oh, fucking great. So I have to have an MRI on it, I think, and then surgery. But also the other problem is my thumb, and I thought it was all related. But apparently the thumb issue is not the same thing. So I have to have an ultrasound on my thumb, and then maybe surgery on my thumb. Have to have surgery on my wrist, MRI, and then surgery on my wrist, and then my knee. I've got an X-ray. I've got X-rays for all this stuff as well. Plus an X-ray on my knee this week. Oh, it's soon. Oh dear. I think it's tomorrow, Wednesday. I should probably check this. But yes, I've got. Hopefully, it wasn't today. I got an X-ray on those soon, also. And then, because I've ruptured my ACL, so my knee is screwed, I have to just rehab, which is really boring. So I can Romanian deadlift. I can goblet squat to a chair or like to a box at the minute. Not heavy, obviously, very, very, very light. I can't lunge. I can't do front squat. I can't do hack squat. I can't do leg press. Basically, any kind of movement where you push your knee over your pushing knee forward, I can't do because my knee will. I don't know what will happen. Basically, it'll pop out or something. It'll pop out. My kneecap will come off. My shin will dislocate from my knee. I don't know. Who knows? But I don't want to find out, to be honest. So that's all my medical updates. It's my medical history for you guys. And that's it. Podcast. Oh yeah, the podcast. If you guys want to win $100, if you're like, yeah, do you know what? I'd like 100 and just cash in my bank, or as a gift card, whatever we're going to end up doing, then check out the podcast that came out yesterday. No, come out last Tuesday, and there's a chance to win on there because it's our 100th podcast episode. The podcast is called Hangry and Hormonal. So, like most of us, hangry and hormonal. And listen to the last episode. Right at the beginning, I tell you how to win. To be in with a chance of winning, so you can do that. And then new episode come out tomorrow, which I can't remember what it's about. I can't remember what it's about. Oh yeah, and I sent out an email yesterday about a meal plan. So if you want the meal plan for the next week, it's about 1,600 calories, 140 grams of protein. So it's very good, very easy things. It's not going to be anything like crazy that you'll never get. You can't access. That's just normal foods. It's basic. And that's what you need to lose weight. Be basic. Be basic, bitch, nor a sophisticated whore. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to finish off my makeup and head to the gym. And then I'm going to go work out today, as in work out of my house. Work at a coffee shop. So if you need anything, let me know. If you've got any ideas on what you want the live on Wednesday in the Facebook group, let me know. If you want to join the Facebook group, let me know. Here to help you guys. We have three spots left on coaching. 3 or 4 spots left on one-to-one coaching. So if you want that, let me know. The transformation challenge, the 16-week transformation challenge, is applications are closing this week. So if you want to do that, that's cool. And I think that is it. Wish me luck for my my leg day workout, which is basically a rehab with some Romanian deadlifts. And if you need anything, happy to help you guys out. I'll speak to you soon.